Ladies and gentlemen, we're live from the Dutch Hall, coming to you from the bowels of Spiky Balls Studios.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, it's the host of this show. He's a rock star tonight, folks. It's your two-time President's Club Award winner. It's Pete Van Dyke, folks.
People are up there at home. Thank you, Paul. I think we all are to blame for that opening. I don't think that any one of us is innocent in that opening. We all had things that we can be ashamed of in it. Welcome, everybody, live from the Dutch Hall. I'm your host, Pete Van Dyke. Today's a very special show. We're talking evolution, baby. We're trying, and you know what, all this, my voice is going to be friggin' trash.
Evolution, baby!
Yeah, I didn't know I could even do half of those noises. That's what my doctor that did the throat surgery on me, not happy about this song, I bet ya. Because all of his good work has gone to shit. But I've been thinking about evolution because unlike a lot of the American talk show hosts, our compatriots, if you will, or our contemporaries, our peers in the industry down south of the border, they like to talk about Donald Trump all the time, so I let them have it. Right? I figure I've heard enough about that fucking guy. I think that might be his plan, just to get us to think that we're so sick of hearing about the guy that he can just do whatever the fuck he wants, right? But anyways, this time I'm going to talk about it because I was on Twitter, and the only person I really follow on Twitter is Donald Trump because I like to watch Rome burn once in a while. Eh? And the best way to do is to follow Donald Trump on Twitter. It's fucking madness.
He's a good follow.
Right? He's the best follow. There's no one even close to Trump. And the reason is because he's fucking crazy, man. This guy's like a 70-year-old man, right? He's talking like when the people are asked, like he's saying, we just did a bunch of repairs on the border, and he says people are saying, the haters are saying, that's what he said. The haters are saying it's not a build, it's a renovation, but the haters can go fuck themselves or whatever he says, you know? And I'm like, this is different. This is new, right? Like we used to have like 407 years ago, and no one talked like that. No one spoke like that. The president wasn't like trying to get down to the language of a 13-year-old girl, right? You're supposed to prove you're better than everybody else in order that you can run things. That was what I thought the goal was. You're like, because I'm a dummy. When I vote, I know I'm going to make a wrong decision because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I would assume there's well-read people who go out and make the right decisions for me. Turns out there is none. There is no one that's smart out there. The people who have gotten so stupid that now the whole game is to placate those people. Now you're trying to make them happy to think that you're just like one of them because every one of us now should be able to run the country, right? And now that's why we have like models like Trudeau and celebrity reality stars like Trump running countries, you know? It's fucking crazy, man. The older I get, the more I'm like, this is fucking nuts, right? Like, do we have to stick it out to the end? It's terrible. Like, what is going to happen? I'm really curious because it's so ridiculous. But I think we've evolved to the point where now we are getting worse. And but maybe I'm wrong. There's only one way to find out. I need to talk to the greatest band in Canadian late night history, the Nocturnal Emissions. Let's introduce them, everybody. Seamless on lead guitar, everyone. It's Steve, the Reluctant German. And beside him, that's the man that writes the music for the show, Dave, the Rooster Charters.
Hello.
Oh, Paul, that's a nice photo, brother. And invisible in the corner is the French stickler who looks like an empty seat because he's a man of many talents. Kev Belange, everyone. And hanging low between the legs of the Nocturnal Emissions, that's Whiskey West Higgins, everybody.
And ladies and gentlemen, on vocals tonight, the one and only Mr. Pete Van Dyke.
And the bartender, Paul.
And Paul.
Paul, you don't need to know his last name. It's none of your fucking business. It's none of your goddamn business what his last name is, right? Paul?
The bartender.
You're my bartender. There's no reason for them to even. Are you? I thought you were leaving right after your introduction. You said you're gonna like skedaddle.
Yeah, I wanted to hear what bullshit you were going to talk about for a bit.
Oh, okay, good.
Don't worry,
Because
you'll
I
bore
thought
me.
you were sticking around for another treat from the cookie sponsor. Because I gave you an early one because I didn't want, I didn't want you to miss out because I knew you'd enjoy it. You ate one, right?
Yeah, they're dynamite.
Yeah,
That's the
guess how many
best
the fucking band did, and they were been practicing that song. You wouldn't know it from listening to it, but you'd know we had practiced it for a while, and then they haven't had a fucking one of them, eh?
No,
But right here,
they
look
are
at it. You
delicious.
can't even reach it.
Oh, is there something?
Yeah, you can't. It says turtles take two, yum, enjoy. Guess what that means?
Susan B. really upped it.
She has changed her status on her program to no longer be the cookie sponsor. She's now the delicious treat sponsor. That's way more because these aren't cookies. These are something better. But I'm not going to let you have it till feedback. You want to know why? Because I run a tight ship. That's why. I run a tight ship. Jane, do you mind trying to find my telephone for me, please? Because I did forget, because I was a singer, that I needed to do a show.
Scringer.
Huh?
You're the scringer.
What does that mean?
Scringing. It's like a mix of screaming and singing.
I didn't know that was a thing, but I'll take it.
It is now.
Yeah, is there any way I could see both of you? That would help me.
Yeah, I'll move up.
If I could, oh, thanks, hon. So the tonight's show's about evolution. I really wanted to open it up. Wes, you have a microphone today, right?
Yep.
Oh, this is going to be the best, Wes. Now, you've lived almost as many years as me, haven't you?
Give or take a few, yeah?
Yeah, we're in the same ballpark. You've seen enough shit go down in your lifetime.
Too much.
Do you think we're evolving for the better or the worse?
For worse.
And
By a long shot.
because of what do you think in particular?
I think we have a whole generation of pussies
Yeah?
coming up. Yeah.
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 Well, I don't disagree with that one bit. I don't know what it is about them. We take pride in our beatings that we took as children, eh? That's a weird thing.
Well, we
isn't
didn't
it?
grow up to be assholes.
I know. But then we think it works because it might have worked, right?
I think it did work.
It might have, eh? But did you beat your kids, though?
Wow.
With a stick? Could you make them get their own switch from a tree to pick what you're going to beat them with? And then, like, just start bashing your daughter in the face with it?
No, because I don't want to go to jail.
I was just trying to gauge where you're... That's the only reason. That's the only thing stopping you from doing that horrible crime I described was the
No,
law.
I'm tough on my kids otherwise, but I think some kids need that stick in the face.
Oh, yeah? They would be bad ones, I suppose. Hey, Steve, you got like a bunch. You probably got like 12 or 13 kids. Now, some of them must be bad. You ever beat them with a stick in the face?
Never beat them with the stick in the face.
Maybe you should listen to Dave more often. His kids are all perfect. Why? Because beat in the face.
A lot of welts, a lot of face welts.
Yeah, that's what they teach them in industry too. In order to get those guys to really fall in line and do the shit they need them to do in industry, if you're gonna become a master, you have to be a master of making them fucking do things they don't want to do, right? Like you gotta like twist them all up, right? Charters, that's part of your gig, right?
No,
It's not?
no. You just try and engage them, set a good example, and inspire them.
Well, you say become one of us, join the ant farm of the Japanese or whatever you are, maybe like what is that, like a Indian, or who's making all the stuff in the world now? China? You're one of those. Korea?
A lot
Korean?
of people make stuff.
Taiwan? Ease?
Taiwanese.
I don't know what it is.
Canadians make stuff.
Yeah, but I don't know but what do we make? Name a Canadian auto manufacturer. Name a Canadian manufacturer of anything. Name someone that makes a product in Canada. I don't know any.
Saks.
What do they make?
Saks underpants.
Are they Canadian?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Saks are Canadian, absolutely.
Are they really? Because I want to get them as a sponsor then. Are they really Canadian?
Yeah.
Because I'll endorse them because I'm only on Saks now. I'm on a Saks rotation
It's
now.
got the
I got
ballpark
enough.
pouch.
Oh, fuck, man. It changed my whole life. I'm still waiting for the director, Shazma. I can't wait till Christmas because I'm going to buy him a pair, and he's got real loose balls.
You want to talk about life changing? That's a guy there.
I think
who
I'm
needs
going to
them.
probably get him on a new path. I think it's going to change his whole life, and I don't even know why I have to wait. Hey, his birthday's coming up. You have the same birthday as our director, right, Steven?
True. June 16th.
Were you twins separated at birth?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to buy Shaz a present for his birthday. It's going to be underpants. Don't tell him. Steve, you're getting nothing. Your balls are fine. Your balls are fine.
It's true.
How are they? Because you're pretty old.
Show
right?
him.
My balls, they're great.
They're fine. They're totally fine. Like,
Let's have a look.
come on. Cheddars, are your balls as good as they once were?
I think my balls are fine.
You don't. They're not a constant problem for
I've
you.
never been bitten by a tick.
No. Paul really panicked on that story. Went with the ending first, and then when I threw it to him, I'm like, "Hey, Paul, the tick." I lead him into the tick story, and he's got this whole thing like, "You got to check for ticks because and so, you can't just tick normally. Sometimes you got to put your legs around your head and fucking dig your finger in your asshole." And then old Paul gets to the thing, and I go, "Hey, Paul, you had a public service announcement?" He goes, "Yoga moves, finger my asshole." He doesn't set it up at all. It was even better than what we wrote. Oh, sorry. So,
I had nightmares about that. I'm not even kidding. Like it
Oh,
still
ticks?
haunts me, that story.
Yeah, check deep, Dave.
Oh my god.
you know what? I think that you could avoid it altogether. I don't think you're going to have this problem anymore, Dave. But Paul, I think you would really reduce your risk if you would stop putting your penis inside of your dog, right? Because how would the tick jump from the tick doesn't just jump around the room and go on to your balls. The tick is on a mammal and then goes off onto another mammal, right?
It crawled up my pant leg,
Yeah.
probably, Peter.
They move around, man. I'll tell you, Paul, I was out on a nice hike last year, and I was in bed that night, and I woke up because I felt something under my covers on my chest. And I reached over, and there was this hard thing on my chest, and I turned the light on, and it was a fucking tick. It was
I
crawling.
thought it was a German shit, like a out of nowhere a German had come and shit on your chest.
No, it was a tick.
It was a
These things
tick.
are awful,
That's a
man.
surprise.
It was
wasn't
looking to bite me.
expecting
It hadn't
tick.
bite me yet, but it was looking for a sweet spot.
So guess what? I had
Went
a
right
tick.
past my balls.
I had a tick on my chest too one time, and you know where the fucking guy lived? In Paul's truck, in the seat, in the driver's seat or the passenger seat. I rode twice in that thing, got fucking ticks in his truck.
Yeah.
Fucking right, I did. It wasn't outside yet. It was in his goddamn truck and on me.
Just
That's.
waiting for you.
I think at one point in time, I think Paul's part tick by this point. I think he doesn't even like register. Like Lyme disease doesn't affect him anymore. Nothing does.
He's immune.
It all just bounces off his liver. Right? I learned that today. Anyways, we have a special guest tonight. I'm going to give you a bit of a spoiler alert. There's an expert that we've brought in to talk about evolution and get his viewpoints on on this topic. Have we become more evolved, or have we actually become less evolved? You know, you'd think. I actually did reading on it, believe it or not. This is actually what I did. I researched it and I did my actual reading. And what I did was I found that we are actually getting dumber. It's true. There's research, and the first generation of people to get dumb was me. I'm the first guy who was dumber than my parents.
I'll vouch for that.
Yeah. And then, like my generation, you're the same boat, actually, Dave. We're the same age. You're also dumber than your parents. And then our kids are dumber than us. And each generation's like 3% dumber by old IQ tests or whatever, right? Now, it could be the tests are old. It could be, but it can't be genetic. It's not that the dumb people are fucking more. It's not the case. Because I would have thought that. But it's like, no, even the smart parents are having dumber kids. And the dumb parents are having even dumber kids. Nobody's having smarter kids than themselves, right? And so that means it's environmental. So it either has to be food, it has to be like environment, like
Nature
the air
versus nurture?
you breathe, or the things that are impacting you. No, it's not nature. It's more of, but it could be nature in the fact that if you're breathing air that's polluted and it's causing your brain not to get as much oxygen, and then you're dumber because your brain's being starved, then that's not.
Maybe it's all the inputs to your brain from all the media. Media's really taken off since we were kids.
Yeah.
From-
Maybe it's eating fucking pasta in a bread bowl and
Could
fucking
be.
overloading your fucking brain with carbs. You know what I mean? Maybe it's just that shit. When you eat pizza and fucking cheese every day, and everything's just fucking bread with dips.
Love cheese.
How many fucking people live like that? And they all look the same. They're all these fucking roly-poly endomorphs. Like in
It's like Wall-E.
Yeah, Wall-E. That movie's the best movie ever because it's actually true.
It is so true, man. I went to Disney and it was like Wall-E for real. All the buses have huge spots for those scooters,
Yeah.
and every bus I went on, there was those scooters, man.
Man, they used to have strollers for the kids.
Yeah.
And now it's all those fucking scooters, Nobody's even wheeling their kids around anymore, they can't because they're in a scooter. They got to put the kid in a basket on the front of the scooter.
Put them on their lap.
Yeah. They're going to have just those scooters. You just fucking drive them on Space Mountain. They'll latch them in. They just fucking wrap duct tape on the big fat passenger or whatever.
There's not even cars anymore. You just drive your scooter
Your
into the
scooter
train.
just latch right in onto the track.
Yeah, they hook you up.
Yeah. You can get a Disney scooter and it'll just be like a magnet, just suck onto some fucking track. You go like 10 rides in a row. You don't even have any choice in it. Your day's just all planned. You're just a fat lump sitting there just fucking getting dragged around.
Screen in front of you.
Small world.
Probably not even moving.
Yeah. It's all not real.
No, it's just a screen.
Yeah. Really, who would know if this is real what we're doing right now? It's pretty stupid, right? I don't even know if this is really going on, Dave. Do you?
I don't know.
You don't. I know, because it's really that stupid, isn't it? Let's
Yeah.
do a segment we call feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback.
Feedback.
Welcome to feedback. We got feedback, everybody. This week's segment is brought to you by our friends at Amazon. If you go to our website, livefromthedutchhall.com, click on our Amazon banner, you can do your shopping and help out that evil company. And they got good deals. I'm not going to lie to you. You might as well use them. They'll deliver it to your house. Amazon Prime, I get some kickback for that. If you haven't signed up, do it. I get money for that too. And that money comes to help us have more fun here and just entertain you with this riveting conversation that we've had today. Right? Why not do it? And
All
also,
you have to do is say, Alexa, buy me some toilet paper. Is that
right?
the Amazon thing, Alexa?
What?
Is Alexa Amazon?
No, but you can't fucking Alexa live from the Dutch Hall website. Click on the banner. How do you
Alexa,
do that?
shut off my ad blocker.
Yeah, Alexa, shut off my ad blocker. Alexa, go to livefromthedutchhall.com. Alexa, click on the Amazon banner.
Yeah.
Alexa, buy my fucking toilet paper. Now you didn't make it sound so fucking easy, did you?
Alexa, Derek Yarmy's fucking busy.
I got my last fucking check from Amazon. I'll tell you that. Thanks for your help, Charters. Brought to you by Clean Flow. That is the worst, man. When our sponsor actually comes, he's gonna fucking demand better than that. He's gonna demand better than that. I don't know if he's gonna be upset. He's supposed to be coming with another check, You're not gonna give it to us for that shit until you come up with something better than that. You did a whole tractor thing. You know how I know? You know I remember that from last week? Because we got some feedback from Jane Townsend. Good Time
Good
Jane?
time, Jane.
She came to all three of our shows. Turns out two of them were not legal, and then one of them was within the rules. Thank you for coming to all three. Good Time Jane says, love the theme song for Tractor Thoughts with Michael.
Oh,
Great
you.
job on a last-minute ditty. Too bad you can't do the same for Clean Flow. Ha ha. is what she says. Now, I got news for you, good time, Jane. My friend Charters is not that much of a genius. It was goddamn impressive that he remembered it, but that is an old song, not a new one. And if people have been listening for a long time, would know that every season around this time, we do track their thoughts from Michael, because he's planting his tobacco when he's working up his ground. We do
Plant deep, Michael.
Yes, and Michael's planting his plants in the ground. He's growing baby cigarettes into big cigarettes to go to be smoked by the rest of us.
Nurture them.
Make them into full-grown cigarettes. And anyways, thank you very much, good time, Jane. You know who else we heard from? You know Alice Steppa-Jones?
Oh, Alice Steppa?
Yeah, you can call her what you want. She says, tell us more about the cookie sponsor. Those wee little turtle cookies look delish, is what she said. And she wants to talk about the cookie sponsor.
Well, she should come into the show sometime and have a cookie with us.
Who should? Alice Steppa-Jones?
Ella, yeah, why not?
Oh, she's not too far away. You ready to sing this one? Have you ever sing this one before?
No. Try. Bumbleclad, rasclad, pussyclad.
Oh yeah. Okay, we'll say we go Bumbo Jam, Ras Jam, Pussy Jam. No? Oh, there's no pussy? Cookie Jam.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
cookie.
Cookie Jam.
Yeah, let's do it.
Bumbo Jam.
Rasclad. Can we say
No,
Claude?
don't say Claude.
Oh.
That's the bad part. It's like,
Gem?
huh? We'll say what? What did I say?
Did you say gem?
No, pussy. No, not pussy.
Cookie.
Cookie, yeah, but that was a jam. I said jam.
Oh, yeah.
Like jam.
Bumba
Like,
jam, ras jam, cookie jam. I don't know the fourth one.
yeah, cookie jam.
We love cookies.
Susie B, sure, give me the cookie.
You sound like the Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
We need Michael back.
Now, there's not much to say about these, but I don't know if I can show that to a camera, but this is the turtle. The cookie lady gave us something that's not a cookie at all. Susan B gave us something that's more delightful than anything. And I'm not. Can anyone talk about something for even 2 seconds? Hey, Jane, do you have a microphone? Oh, you better get on that thing, because I'm going to say something, and you're going to need to do your business. Norpac.
The beef people.
Norpac.
The beef people.
You say Norpac, and I can eat this without.
Norpac.
The beef people.
Are you sure? You know the Van Dyke Party Services?
Yeah, why don't we do an ad? You know what else? Great sponsor of ours is Van Dyke Party Services. What are you having a party? What time of year is it right now? You're planting. I don't know. School's almost done. It's that time of year when it's not quite summer yet. You're starting to light up the barbecue. You invite the neighbors over, but it's probably foggy and raining. And your neighbors are lame. You're having the worst time ever. You want to make that barbecue a good time? What you want to do is call up Van Dyke Party Services, and we will bring between 5 and 29 Van Dyke first cousins. And you are guaranteed to have the time of your life. All it's going to cost you is $100 in cold hard cash, plus all of our expenses, which will be dear, guaranteed.
Yes, and if you're not 100% satisfied, we will return that $100, but those expenses run through our bodies and potentially yours. Van Dyke Party Services,
Don't live your life in regret, people.
brought to you by Clean Flow. Bring. That's it. And then, you know, did we already said Alice Steppa?
Oh,
the cookie
God, this is
sponsor. There's not
good.
much to tell you other than she makes delicious treats, eh?
I'm in turtle heaven.
Jane, isn't that something? Don't you just want to, aren't you in another planet when you eat that caramel?
Turtles.
Are those
Good
pecans?
Those are real homemade turtles.
Oh my goodness, gravy.
They're my favorite Christmas treat. Is turtles. That's when I indulge.
And you know who else gave us a piece of feedback? I got some old feedback. I just found it again, and I forgot to say this one on the show. It's from a longtime listener of our show and a great supporter and shareholder, Laura Collins. She says, "Hey Pete, saw the cheese lady today, asked for some ground cheese. She gave me beer cozies." And that's what happens. It's the code word. You ask for ground cheese lady gives you beer koozies, or cozies, or koozies. Everyone says ground cheese, they know what you're talking about. You can touch your nose if you want to. You can give them a wink, maybe.
Maybe a nod.
Maybe lick your teeth. Is that something you do? To tell them that you're on the same page? No, that's the one that didn't work. Okay, saw the cheese lady, gave me beer koozie. Stopped by to see if you guys are around. Happy Easter to you guys. That's how long ago this was at the Dutch Hall. Happy you guys spread the word about pineapple juice a couple weeks ago. Yum, yum, pineapple cum. LOL.
Oh
How did I miss that? How did I miss
I'm
it?
glad you found that.
She's a real delight. Every single one that she sends us is great. She's listener of the week. That's it. Laura?
She's the listener of the week.
It's your week, Laura.
And Kevin Van Dungen was in here last week. And Kevin Van Dungen says, he sent us an email at livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com. And he says, Pete, wanted to send take a quick minute to thank you for allowing me to enjoy the Live from the Dutch Hall experience in person. It was a great time. I highly recommend it to anyone if they get the chance. What a great group of guys, which he didn't say much about to the ladies, eh? Sorry, Jane. He was not fond of you. It was great to meet you all. One thing that I found was odd is that I didn't notice Charters the whole time I was there. Anyways, I thank you and would love to come back again anytime, from Kevin Van Dungen. So, Charters, you weren't here last week?
No, I missed out last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
I missed you guys. 2 weeks is a long time to be away.
You were 2 weeks without being on our show?
No, like it was 2 weeks ago today that I was here, so I missed one episode.
Oh, you missed one. Yeah. Was that in advance? You knew that, or was it a sudden thing?
No, it was in advance.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah. Ryan's confirmation was that night.
I don't need to know your personal business.
Okay.
I don't need to know anything.
Well, the
about
listeners
you.
are interested, so.
They're interested in your family. They only
think
want
so.
to know where you work. They ask me all the time, "Where's he work? Where's he work?" I'm like, I can't tell you, man. He will lose his job if they know he's affiliated with this show. They will rip this job from him. It's like you know that puppet? That's not even a puppet. That is actually Charters, and that's the only way he can express himself honestly, is to allow a puppet to do it, because otherwise he would lose all of his.
Do not associate me with that puppet.
I don't know what you're talking about. I really think that that's a really clever way that you get your twisted thoughts across.
thank you.
Anyways. So Kevin, he made a good point there. He said that if you haven't done it yet, you should probably give us a call and do it, because we are... we would always like to have visitors, and I had the health department in here today, and the health department told me
Surprise!
that if I don't and have the public here, if I just have my friends, like you guys, or anybody that listens to my show that's my friend, and which would be everybody, they could come here and I can do whatever the fuck I want, because we're not charging anybody any money, right? But as soon as I let anyone, just any jackass, even a person that's never listened to Live from the Dutch Hall, which that person is a jackass, right? Yep. Like that person's just a piece of garbage, right? Charters, right?
Yeah.
You know, and what do you haven't listened to Live from the Dutch Hall? Are you crazy? And then, so if that person never listened and they're not welcome here, like they can go fuck themselves, right?
Yeah.
So
You're not our friend.
because of that, I can do whatever I want. I could do crack cocaine, I think. I think that's within the rules of whatever you want.
I
Is
would
that-
read up on that one.
That one probably not. You think? Why? Because it's an illegal narcotic?
Yeah.
Okay, let's not do that then. But you could do, I don't even want to say cigarettes. That seems too dangerous, right? To say it out loud. Like you could smoke cigarettes inside? No, no, bad. But yes, you could, maybe. No. I think even in the weed rooms that they have in the cities, you can't smoke cigarettes in there. They'll say you can do anything you want, but not that shit.
Tobacco's bad.
Yeah. What about heroin? Is it bad? Also illegal, right? But it. What about prescription pills that I get in Mexico?
Are you using them for recreation?
Yes, of course.
Solid gray.
Is that wrong? What do you consider recreation? Like a break from pain and anxiety? Is that recreation?
No, that's
Because I find that to be fun as hell. Okay? When you get old enough, you're like, hey, I have no pain and I'm fucking really like, I feel great. I feel like I can fly right now, you know? It's like, I like this way better than sitting there being in pain, you know? It's like when your dick doesn't work and then you get a Viagra and you're like, my dick really works, like way more than it needed to work.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's like, it's more better than it ever was even when I was a kid, right? Like they overfixed your cock, right?
You've really outdone yourselves, Pfizer.
Yeah. When it really comes to something they believe in and they think is important, they will find a good solution, right? But like cancer, bits and pieces. Boners, done in a fucking heartbeat. One last, we got to get to our regular people now. Our regular ones. And that is the cheese lady. Can we do the cheese lady without the drums? Oh, maybe we'll just do the Haitian dwarf then.
Okay. Without drums.
We can do this Haitian.
You got it?
Yeah, I got it. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
We'll do it in a second right here.
Oh, what?
Sorry, I thought you were leading.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The band's really, I don't know what's going on today.
It's weird today. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to bed we go. That Haitian, that Haitian
Hi-ho.
prick can suck my dick. Oh, that's what it is. Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off to bed we go. That Haitian prick can suck my dick. Hi-ho, hi-ho.
That Haitian prick inside my dick?
No, I said that Haitian prick can suck my dick.
Oh.
Is what I said, Charters.
I misheard you.
I know you did.
What I heard.
And this is
what
a
I heard
real
was weird.
falling apart in the relationship between me and one of my best listeners from the very beginning of this program, the Haitian Dwarf, who was the first person ever to give us feedback. And this week he gave us some on iTunes. Last week he mistook us with the Germans, Wes. With the Germans.
Unacceptable.
Unacceptable. And we told him it was last week. This week he gives us 5 stars silver episode. But he entitled it this. He goes, I met a lady in Hanover who was into Caribbean tripods. That's what he entitles it. A lady in Hanover was into Caribbean tripods, right? And then in his actual feedback, this is what he says. She told me that the Dutch are just retarded Germans. Huh?
Are we able to block him?
That Haitian motherfucker, I don't like to judge a whole country. But you know what? Haiti can go fuck themselves right now. I am not happy about this. Retarded Germans? Are you kidding me? Have you ever seen a German up close? Steve, no offense. But it's like the other way around big time. Graham Van Dyke be fucking rolling over in her grave right now hearing that bullshit Haitian dwarf. I'll tell you that right now. If you guys want to give us some feedback in the future, please do it at livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com, or you can give us a Instagram, Facebook, and all that bullshit. Okay?
Say it again. The Dutch are what?
No, the Germans are retarded Dutchmen. That's how it goes. Everyone knows that, right, Wes?
Yep, sounds accurate to me.
Yeah. What he did was he took a real joke and he twisted it around, made it about the Dutch. I used to do that about the Polish because I had a Portuguese friend. I wanted to make fun of my Portuguese friend, but I just used Polish jokes and made fun of him, Why wasn't Jesus born in Portugal, I'd say? Because they couldn't find 3 wise men and a virgin, right? But that's really a Polish joke, right? That's a Polish joke. But you can use it for another thing, and that's what the Haitian dwarf did here. He took a joke that's obviously about the Germans. I mean, nobody Nobody makes fun of the Dutch. Everyone makes fun of the Germans because they're horrible.
Oh,
right?
lots of people make fun of the Dutch.
Why? Why would you make fun of the Dutch?
Well, there's lots of reasons.
We're efficient as hell, man. Huh? You got a problem with that? Wes,
don't know.
fucking club him with a wooden boot or something.
It's coming.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, we're not afraid of you. What are you, Polish, right? Polish, Scottish.
One half.
What?
Polish, Scottish, Canadian.
No, there's no Canadian in you at all. If you did ancestry, you wouldn't have native Canadian.
No, you're right.
You wouldn't.
No.
You want to know how I know that? Because you're lily white skin and rooster red balls. That's how I know.
You're right.
Anyways, do you want me to introduce our guest here?
Yeah?
We have a guest. But it's just been kind of fucking me up the whole show, our guest tonight. I'm really excited to have him in. Brought a list of questions, and I don't know if I can remember them. So I hope he bears with me because I'm really happy to have him in, a legit expert. Oh, Big Dutch, I'm so sorry, but that turtle was right in front of me. Can someone take these?
I'll take those.
Oh my gosh, please. I'm going to make that guy so mad at me, he's not going to listen to my show anymore if I keep eating these turtles. They're so delicious.
How many are there? Oh.
Anyways, our guest tonight, an expert on evolution. Please welcome everybody, El Paquito Risteros Muscacos.
Hello. Cock-a-doodle-doo, I say.
Hey, Muscacos. Do you mind if I call you El Patito?
You call me El Paquito Rooster Macacas.
All right, I will call you El Paquito Risteros Muscacos. Are you?
See.
Yes. I understand. Oh shit. We were. What was I gonna? You were here
You get it.
Evolution,
What?
baby.
That's evolution, right? Yeah, baby. You're here. You're an It's not, but that's not where we go. You remind me of somebody that I've seen before. I don't know if we had one other person in here as a guest. He looked very similar to you.
Oh, you must be thinking of El Grande Rooster Macacas.
Oh, yes, that is true. We had
Sí,
El
sí.
Grande Risteros Muscacos
Sí,
on this
sí,
program before.
Yes, he's my tag team partner.
Oh, really?
He's also a big fat piece of shit. He's a drunk.
Oh, man, that's not
What do I do? Why do you say I remind you of him? Is it because we are both Mexican? Because that is racist. This whole damn show, it is racist.
What?
If you have trouble telling me apart, I'm the one with the working chorizo. We wrestle together.
Yeah.
Sometimes after the wrestling match, the ladies, they take me back to the hotel. We have party.
A party?
We have a party, yes. Slippery party.
Oh, a slippery party. What does a party involve?
After we party, we go to bed and we fuck.
Oh, wow.
Yes, every time it's the same thing though with him, with El Russo Rocacos. You know, he say you go high and I go low.
Oh, what does that mean?
Oh, it means he goes high and plays with the balloondas. Well, he's whacking away at his dead piano. And I go low and dig right into the tacos and burritos. Then we sleep.
Really? I had no idea. But I guess to get back to the reason we brought you here, sir, you're an expert on evolution. Is that correct?
No,
No?
I don't know anything about the evolution, man.
Well, what are you doing here then?
I know about the revolution.
Oh, a typo. Must
one
be
letter.
One letter off.
I'll tell you one thing, though. Who is that big blockhead gringo beside you?
Who, Charters?
Yes, the one that looks like the missing link, man.
Yeah, that's Charters.
Yeah, I don't know what you call it, but I can smell it from here.
Oh, geez, be nice.
Why don't you come
No,
over here
it's-
and get a better smell?
Smells like onions that have been left outside. Looks like you dropped some pierogies in on the ground and put it in a tracksuit.
Oh, man, that's harsh.
Yeah, what's your problem, man?
I think you need to evolve yourself, man. In order to evolve, you must survive.
Yes, So you are going to leave us with some words of wisdom on evolution, El Paquito Roosteros Muscacos?
Oh, yes. See, if you put your money on the puppet who fucks, that's where the evolution is. Andale, andale, arriba.
Oh, thank you very much, El Paquito Roosteros Muscacos. Oh, hit segment. This show has been out of the park from the beginning. It actually went better than I thought, actually.
Poquito.
Yeah. El Paquito. Did you
didn't
know
like
there
that
was a
guy.
Paquito tag team partner?
No.
You had no idea. We haven't seen
I don't
Roos-
watch a lot of wrestling, but
We haven't seen one of these times. We're going to have to see Roostero, both of them together. Maybe we'll get them both on the show now that they're both been here. What's the odds of having a tag team partner when there's like, it's got to be like what, 3 or 4 billion Mexican luchadors in the world? And we got the actual 2 that were in here were tag team partners. It's pretty coincidental.
that is crazy. We are close to Delhi, though.
What does that mean?
There's a lot of wrestling events in Delhi.
Oh, I thought you meant
Call
offshore
in the big
laborers.
names. Call in the big names.
Huh?
When you got wrestling in Delhi, you bring in the big guns.
El Roosteros Muscacos?
Yeah, you bring in the Roosters, right?
Oh, is that what the tag team's called? Do you follow
The
them?
Mexican Roosters.
Yeah, do you follow them?
I'm going to start.
Have you ever heard that move where the guy, where just the high and low game? I don't know. That was weird. Okay.
Oh, man.
Sometimes you don't hear about
Got
that
some
stuff.
Stories.
Anyways, I wanted to get to the last game to end the show tonight, and this show is this is going to be a game where we all are going to give our opinions on who would survive if. And this is the thing about evolution, right? Like, I think we have changed. I think that we've let technology get to the point where now machines are making machines, and now you can't. All the humans have to do is shout something out into the room, and it just shows up there. There's no reason to be smart. You have to just shout things out, and they happen, right? Used to be able to go fucking grow something and then process it into something else, like it was a whole thing, right? Like, you don't have to be smart anymore to accomplish anything, so why would you be? So now the actual evolution is to become more like your own entity, like your own brand or some fucking thing, and every single person is like special. That's an evolution that happened that never occurred to any of us before. That we were all important, but we're all dumber than everyone before. I don't get that at all. But anyways, the main thing that I think is happening here is we're getting lulled into a false sense of security, becoming stupid, and then all of a sudden they'll just take away our internet for like 2 weeks, and like 40% of the earth dies because they're so stupid, right? They can't even function, right? It's only gonna be like the fucking people who know how to like go out in the bush behind their house and kill a rabbit with their bare hands, and then just like drink its blood for sustenance, you know? Those people are going to survive, right? So what I'm suggesting here is a hypothetical scenario in which the solar flare comes, knocks out all of our communication, all of our technology. There's no more anything. It's just a matter of like chaos, right? Everything breaks down. There's no one's got money anymore. The banks are all like fucked up, and it's just like chaos, right? That's what happens. Who is going to do the best? And who is going to die first is what I want to know out of the group of us.
Out of us?
Yeah. Who do you think is going to die first in that scenario, and who's going to die last? Like, who's going to be the big survivor?
I think Steve will die first.
And who do you think will die last?
Me.
Last? You'll die last?
Yeah.
You have no YouTube videos to teach you how to do things.
That's fine. I know enough.
I like the confidence in you, Dave, but I don't think you're going to outlive me. I
will.
All right, Steve, who's going to die first and last?
I was going to say Kevin.
Kevin what?
Dies first.
Kevin dies first?
He doesn't have any gear to play with.
What do you mean?
I can build my gear. I know how to build my gear.
Well, if society shut down, maybe there's no power, right? And then
Power, power would be, well, I do know how to create sustainable power, though, too.
oh,
Nah, Steve, you're wrong.
Yeah,
It is you.
I'd be in a pretty good spot.
You could use a bicycle and you get Steven to ride it. Otherwise, you kill him.
Hey, Wes, what do you think?
Well, I guess knowing what Kev just said, I think he would probably do well.
He's
That is
ruthless.
smarter than. Can you make your own power?
No, I won't need power.
He's like the fucking professor from Gilligan's Island. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Hey, Kev, can we like not pay for power in here in the church? Maybe we'll talk about this after the show.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. I just need a Steve in the corner on a bicycle. Is that right? Okay, no problem. I know one. I can get a Steve on a bicycle. You know, that was amazing. The professor could do all that stuff with just like fucking
A coconut and some
coconuts and bicycles and
palm
stuff.
leaves.
Yeah, it's great, right?
Where'd they get the bicycle from? Did they make it?
They made it out of fucking coconuts, man. It's an island. What are they supposed to do? They made it out of coconuts. Oh, goddamn. You think Professor fucked both those girls? Yeah. You know who I think fucked all three of them, though? Mr. Howell. Right? This is why I think. On the cruise, Mr. Howell fucks Ginger because he paid her a lot of money to be on that
Right.
cruise just to fuck him, right?
When money was still worth something to Ginger at that
Right.
point.
Ginger was just a big time whore. Money was worth something. Then they go off on the island. Marianne has daddy issues. when she was stranded on the island, she felt abandoned. Mr. Howell sniffed it. Her vulnerability moved in for the kill, right? And then back to old Mrs. Howell, his old steady puss, right? That's what I believe happened on the island. Professor might only bang the two, which I think is pretty clear. He did. And Skipper got nothing, except for maybe Gilligan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Gilligan, I bet you fucked Marianne. If it was a real island. Oh, even Ginger probably would have fucked Gilligan. Gilligan probably banged both of them. Because Ginger would be like bored one day. Oh, this island's the same thing every day, right? And she'd be like, I'm going to bang the fucking first mate, right? That idiot over there. Just for something to do, right? That's the type of girl Ginger was to me. Marianne, though, she wouldn't. It would be more innocent between the two of them. They would do childlike, finding each other's privates in a, underneath a porch. Anyways, definitely Skipper got the least amount of pussy, probably the most amount of ass. Hey, Skipper?
Hey, Skipper.
Is all those people dead, or is Marianne still alive?
Well, I don't know.
No. But you know what? The death pool, before we close, the death pool, Lori Ball had Doris Day, and she's dead now.
Oh, she passed away.
So that's their second death, right? Already this year?
Did anyone have Ric Flair?
Well, he's not dead, is he?
No, but he's had some issues.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, damn it. Someone does have Ric Flair, yeah. But I don't want him to die, not the nature boy. Woo! Huh? You know, that can never happen. And Ric Flair will never die, not in my mind. I never saw him in real life, so he's never been alive to me. So no matter what happens to Ric Flair, he's always going to be like style and profiling as far as I'm concerned. All right, and so Cavs living the longest. Who's dying the first?
We'll say Steve.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go Steve too. I'm pretty resourceful, and I know I could go a long way, but I also know I'm going to do it the hard way every time. And eventually I'm just going to want to die because I'm going to be exhausted from trying to doing things such a backwards way. So I don't think I'm going to make it to the end, but who I think will is my brother Paul, is because he will kill anybody and just eat their face, like he's unscrupulous. So I think that he would actually live the longest, Paul. Yeah. Kevin, what do you think?
Yeah.
You think Paul would make it past you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have more. Who's going to die? Who's going
Paul
to?
would be able to kill me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
meet
you just
yeah.
smash your bike.
I don't know if I could kill Paul. So,
Yeah, it'd be tough. You have to tire him out. Once he's tuckered out, if you could.
eventually we'll come to the strength thing, the smarts.
You think so?
Yeah.
This is what I would do. Run from Paul, like make him real angry. He's a prideful man. So you make him real angry, then he starts chasing you. Then he does like maybe 2 minutes of calisthenics. He's going to need a nap. Then once he's napping, you just slit his throat. Fucking problem solved. Anyway, this one to grow on, everyone. This has been live from the Dutch Hall. Thank you for listening to us this fine Thursday night. If you'd like to support us, tell a friend, do everything you can. Otherwise, we will see you next Thursday. Hit it, fellas.